Welcome to Heal the New Sexy, where we discuss all things healing, self-love, and relationships. My name is Cynthia. I'm a licensed therapist and coach. Today, I want to talk about 3 things a healthy man will do when you're newly dating that will drive you crazy. So, this video, I watched a video from another creator about slow burn relationships, and it made me think. Many women, especially if you're watching my channel, you may have a history of having not the greatest dating experiences or relationship experience, right? You may have had toxic relationships. And once you do your healing work, a healthy relationship or the dating phase can be very triggering because it's like, why isn't this moving how it has moved before? So I want to share 3 things. I really got 4 things because I got a bonus. After I did the script for this, I was like, oh, this other thing came to me. So I'm going to get started. The first thing is, this man is going to move with intention. We are really used to relationships moving very quickly, especially if it's a toxic relationship or unhealthy relationship. Those relationships move very fast. The getting together moves very fast, but he's going to move with intention. He's going to want to get to know you, to spend time with you. He's going to ask intentional questions. And if you are one of the ladies, you struggle with anxious attachment, this may be very hard for you because you're used to men just getting, go out on a couple of dates and he chooses you. You're also used to him talking to you a lot and spending a lot of time with you. And so if it's a slow burn relationship, and I'm going to do a video on that so that we all have an understanding of what that is, right? He's not going to be quick for commitment, because he's going to be intentional about getting to know you to make sure that the two of you align. Many of us have dated from an emotional place. And so it's like, you like me, I like you, so let's get together. But relationships require more than just the liking. Or some of us move quickly even as related to sex. Maybe there was a lot of love bombing or trauma bonding, and so we move quickly. But this man is going to move, I always tell you, with pace and patience. He's not in a rush to get in a relationship because he is very clear on the type of woman he wants to be with and commit to. This is very different than a man who's like, well, let's go with the flow. He's not going to tell you, let's go with the flow. He's going to explain to you, I'm being intentional with you. I really want to get to know you. I'm interested in knowing how you think. I'm interested in knowing who you are. And if you're not used to that, it can be very triggering. All right. Number 2, right? Oh, I commented this already, but he's not in a rush to commit. You may be used to men committing quickly to you. This has to do with many of us seeking validation and affirmation. Sometimes we can have a wound as it relates to our self-esteem. And so when a man comes in and he validates us, we are looking for him to fill a spot in our soul that really only God can fill, or we need to heal. And so when a man doesn't commit to us, especially if you're anxious, it's like, okay, what's wrong with me? Why doesn't he like me? Why isn't he moving quicker into this relationship? And the truth is, you don't want a man to commit quickly because you should be assessing him. Is this a man you truly want to be with, or is it because your nervous system is triggered? You just want the commitment in order to satisfy your nervous system. You got to check your triggers when you're dating, because your triggers in the past have led you to unhealthy relationships. And in this situation, it's going to lead you to messing over a good man or running a good man away. Check your triggers. What bothers you? What comes up for you when you're dating? Does it make you feel insecure? Does it make you feel like you're unwanted? And early in a relationship, why are you putting that on that man? Why are you making your triggers his responsibility? So you got to check your triggers. Don't be like, why we? No, be like, okay, wait a minute. All right, I've been doing the healing work. I've been watching Cynthia's videos. I done had my coaching sessions with Cynthia because I clicked the link in the description. Shameless plug. And we've been working on this, and she told me that a healthy relationship will be triggering. It's going to have me tripping. Right now, I'm tripping. I'm not going to call him. I'm not going to send that paragraph text message about where this going and why we're not together yet, why he hasn't selected me, why he hasn't made me his woman yet. I'm not going to do that because she told me don't do that. Instead, I'm going to say, okay, why is this triggering me? I'm going to go back to the soul work that Smithy and I did together. And I said, oh, this is triggering me because the relationship I had with my father, it makes me feel like that. But this is very different. This is very different. So I'm not going to respond like that. I'm going to take time and I'm going to get to know him. And I'm going to make sure that we are aligned. I'll make sure that this is a man that I actually want to be in a committed relationship with. Because why would you get in a relationship with somebody only have to break up with them later? And how many times have we done that? Girl, get in a relationship, be like, Lord, why am I here? Why do this? What was I thinking? So you need to be, this is a time for you to assess. All right. Now I ain't saying, let me get real clear. Because if somebody's like, oh, okay, we've been dating for like 5 years on and on. No, honey, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying let that man play with your life. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying let him come in and out of your life. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that this man is not going to be quick to commitment. But you also need to have a timeline in your mind. Because within within 90 days, if he can't say, or the two of you come into agreement and say, hey, we are good for each other or we're not, that's it. I'm not saying let that man make a year or 2 years. A healthy man is clear on what he needs, wants, and desires, and he knows if it's you. Matter of fact, they say a man know within meeting you if you're going to be the friend, the freak, or the forever. So he knows it. He's just not committed yet because he's gathering more information, and you need to be gathering information too. All right? Because I just felt that in my shana. Somebody's like, oh, well, you know what, they've been that long. No, ma'am. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Okay? Let me be very clear. No. Listen, the longest time I've been on probation period was for a job, and that was a year. I would never get a man that long. Okay? All right. That's all I'm saying. I'm only saying. All right? Number 3. He won't rush intimacy. Now, some of us, if you have, I'm going to do a video on this about a symptom of PTSD or trauma that many people don't realize is called being hypersexual. If you've had a trauma, sometimes you may be hypersexual depending on what that trauma is. So you rush into intimacy, and you are used to men rushing into intimacy with you as a way to bond and connect. So when this man is very respectful and he's not rushing into intimacy, that makes you suspicious because you're used to the I give my body to get love and he gives love in order to get my body. So he's not going to rush intimacy. Now, I can say this too. I know there may be many Christian women who watch my channel because I'm a Christian. Be like, we're not having sex. Come on, let's be honest. Many of us have rushed physical intimacy and having sex. We have in relationships. And this man is not going to do that because, again, he's assessing you. He doesn't want to go into a space and place that may cause confusion in the relationship. And he's not really sure if the two of you are compatible and aligned. He's not sure. So he's not going to rush there. That doesn't mean he don't want to have it. He do. You want to knock you down. Okay? He do. But he has self-control and discipline. So he's not going to take it there until he's sure about who you are to him and who he is to you. But if you're used to that, you may struggle with, okay, why hasn't he made a move? Why hasn't he tried to kiss me? Why hasn't he done this? Why has he done that? And that's because he's being intentional. And if you're used to that intimacy within a week, within 2 weeks, and we have to be honest as women, we have to be honest. Everybody, I know Steve Harvey said 90 days. Everybody's not waiting for marriage to have sex. Because I did that video. I'll put it up here. Help. I'm saved and still having sex. And I did I think it was Pew, the article that I pulled up. And they said 56% of Christians said it was okay to have sex before marriage. So we have to be honest that many women, Christian women included, are having sex before marriage. Now, I'm not judging, because I'm not judging, but we have to be honest about it. And some of us have been programmed through media, through past experiences that we need to have sex with men. Or if you're going to keep that man, you need to have sex with him. And so when you meet a man and he's like, no, I'm cool, you either assume that or he having sex with somebody else, and you trying to figure out why he won't touch you. But an intentional man, a healthy man, is not going to rush into physical intimacy and have sex with you. He's not, because he doesn't want to be confused and he doesn't want you to be confused. This man has a high level of integrity and morality, and he's conscious and he's evolved. And so he's not going to do anything that leads to you being confused. This man has broken hearts in the past, but he's moving differently. He doesn't want to go through the stress and the trauma and the drama of breaking your heart. Because you know how it be, I bust the windows out your car. In the past, we were formed now. We were formed. We were formed. Bonus. This is my favorite. And I just talked about this in a coaching session earlier this week. In the beginning, he may not have that much time, but you shouldn't either. I always tell y'all to go outside, have your hobbies, be doing your thing. You should have to carve out time for him, and he should have to carve out time for you, because he's being purposeful all this time. Sometimes with us women, what we do, we go to work, we go to church, we at home, and we sitting around, and our life is not full. That's why sometimes many of us are desperate to have a man, because our life is not full, and it's not fulfilling, and it's not purposeful. This man is on his grind. And not just grind as it relates to finances, but going to the gym. He has hobbies. He has friends. He may be going to therapy. He's doing all the things he may have family obligations. He may be a father. He may be coaching. He's doing all the things. He may not have as much time in the beginning. Why? Because he's living life. And I know sometimes we hear the dating gurus and the relationship gurus like, oh, he should be, if he hasn't planned a date within a week, that's problematic. It's not if he's being purposeful and he's going to communicate that to you. Hey, I don't have the time right now, but this is when I have time. Are you free that time? Are you available? And you got to look at your schedule, because you should be living a full, purposeful life. You got things to do and people to see. Yes. And so you may say, yes, that works for me, or this time works for me. All right, boom, we're going to date this time. And you guys communicate, y'all FaceTime, y'all do all of that until the time for the date. But if you're used to getting with a man and he's available to you, that is going to be frustrating. Like, oh my gosh, why I got to wait 2 weeks to have a date? Like, Listen, now let me say something else to you. He may be dating multiple women, but he's still intentional. Be okay with that, because you could be dating multiple men too. Just want to put that out there, because sometimes we feel like, oh, I just need to date one man at a time. No, you don't have to. Date them all and let the best man win. Okay? So going back to my original point, he may not have time up front, but he's going to plan time for you. He's going to be intentional about talking to you on the phone, texting you back. Right? He's not going to be leaving you on red for hours. And if he does call you back, he says, babe, I'm so sorry. I was doing ABC 1, 2, 3. I wasn't able to get to my phone. I hope you're having a great day. Tell me all about what has happened. Blah, 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 blah. He may not be able to have a date with you the first week or the second week, but your life needs to be full right now. Right? I told somebody the other day, I think it was last week in a counseling session, I said, listen, I told myself I wanted to grieve my singleness. When God sends a man in my life who's supposed to be my husband forever, I wanted to grieve my singleness. Sometimes I think, like, am I doing everything I'm supposed to do as a single woman? Am I doing everything I'm supposed to do as a single woman right now? Am I missing something? God, is there something I'm supposed to be doing that I'm missing it? Your life should be full as a single woman, because being single is not a curse. This is a great opportunity to get out, to explore, to know who you are, what you need, what you want, what you desire. Have fun, get the hobbies, buy the plants, go on the trips, go get the massages and the facials. Spoil yourself. This is the time. Do your healing work. This is the time for that. So when this man comes, you should be like, oh, do I want to get, this is so good. I was, even the other day, I was like talking to God. I said, God, because I just talked to him. I just bust out talking to him out loud, right? I'm like, God, if I get a husband, I'm not even gonna be able to talk to you like this, because he'd be like, who you talking to? I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the Lord. Is you God? No. But as a single one, we can talk to God anytime we want to. We can talk to him out loud. We can pray when we want to. We can read our Bible as we want to. You can come and go what you want to. You can travel as you want to. If you want to move across the country, you can move across the country. Like, as a single woman, there are so many things that you can be doing. The books you could be reading and writing, the businesses you could be birthing, the conferences you could be going to, all the things that you should be doing. You should have a full life as a single woman. So when this man comes in, you're like, ooh, where do I have time for him? Because my life is so full. Girl, I'm hanging out with my girlfriends. We're going on trips. We're doing all the things. Where am I going? Where? And his life should be that full too. There he's thinking, ooh, yikes. I really like her. She's so amazing. I'm going to move my calendar around for her. I'm going to move my calendar around so I can see her, so I can be around her, because she's so amazing. But you got to be patient, boo. All right? You got to be patient. Okay, now I'm not saying wait a month, 2 months, 3 months. I'm not saying that. I'm saying 2 weeks. Tops. That's what I'm saying. All right? So I'd love to hear from you below. Tell me what you think. If you've experienced these things, I'd like to hear from you. Like, Smithy, I have been dating this amazing man. It was just as you described. It drove me crazy. If you're like, Smithy, ooh, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I can be patient. Then you need to click the link in the bio. You need to get on my calendar. All right? Again, this is Heal the New Sexy. My name is Cynthia.